Right on back with us on YouTube. We'll talk to super creator on YouTube, Matt Antonelli. Jared Walsh of the Angels will join us. And our picks to click. Jim's going to tell you who's winning this one. Coming up. It is time for our YouTube Creator Spotlight. He's a former big leaguer. He's a former first-round pick, and he's been on the YouTube game for a long time. The channel is Antonelli Baseball. Matt Antonelli not only played in the bigs, not only went through the college ranks and the farm system, but then afterwards said, you know what, I'm going to go over instructional videos, mechanics, also give you a little taste of what it's like to be a big leaguer. And let's chat with Matt right now. Matt, how are you? And I will start by saying I drafted you in my minor league fantasy draft about 15 years ago. So I've been following your career all the way back pretty much when it started as far as a pro.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here. And like I said earlier, I could have disappointed you. There was a few good years in there, but a couple of bad ones as well. So sorry about that.
Hey, I'll take the ups and downs, the development, and you learned, of course, a ton going through that system and then have been sharing with the world what you went through as a minor leaguer, what you've learned. So let's just start there with the channel. Where did the idea come from, and did you ever think it would get to this point where there are so many people benefiting from what you're doing?
No, not at all. I started my YouTube channel actually while I was playing. I always had a vision of myself coaching one day, and it started a little bit earlier than I probably expected, but I was able to learn a lot during my playing career. Played for 5 different teams and played for a lot of great coaches, a lot of great managers, and just took bits and pieces from all of them and was able to pass that along. One of my passions is really, passing that information along to young kids and helping them improve their game. So I've been lucky to do that over the last few years.
Let's go over feedback and views. Just pick out one of your hottest videos that you've ever had. Which one really racked up the views, and is there a reason why?
Well, I think the YouTube channel really took off when I started to give some insight into my playing career, both at the minor league and the major league level. And I think probably even more minor league stuff than the major league stuff. I think a lot of fans and people in general don't exactly know how the minor leagues work. So a lot of those popular ones were, how much do minor leaguers get paid and what's it like coming up through the ranks? And so those are probably the most popular ones, but really anything talking about the game of baseball has been enjoyable for me, and I think it's been pretty popular.
Yeah, let's go over the getting paid thing. Just specifically, we joke and chat about it here at MLB Network, some other hosts, about how it looks in the bank account. I don't need numbers or anything. I want to more know, when you were playing for the Padres, does it pop up in direct deposit or on the check? Like, hey, Padres, or what's that looking like?
Well, when I signed, I didn't know how to write a check. I didn't have any money. I didn't know anything. So I believe it was put right into my account. But some of my favorite stories when I got drafted, and luckily I was signed pretty high, so I had a pretty good signing bonus, but a lot of players aren't that fortunate. And I used to talk with people all the time, and they say, how much are you getting paid in the minor leagues? A couple $1 million? And I'd say, I think I made about $5,000 last year, and most couldn't believe me. So like I said, a lot of misconceptions, but hey, once you get to the big leagues, it makes up for all those small checks that you get paid in the minors.
Yeah, the big bucks, the big names too. So tell the world, if they don't know already, who your first career knock was off of.
So my first career hit was off of Greg Maddux. So I can tell the grandkids and my kids about that. And it's funny, I was pretty nervous going into that game, as I'm sure most players are making their debut. I was hitting 8th in the order, so I didn't get to hit the first inning. I played defense, had a ground ball hit to me. First batter of the game, Russell Martin, hit me a ball. And I fielded that ball, made the throw to first, and all of a sudden I felt like this calmness come over me. So thankfully I did that before I got in the box, because when I did hit, it honestly felt like just another at-bat for me. got a fastball, hit a single to center field, rounded first base, and said, man, that's pretty easy. I think I'm going to get like 3,000 more of these. And I think I had like 11 or 12 more hits in my career. So I was a little off on my prediction. But yeah, to be able to get a hit off of him, a Hall of Famer, something I'll always remember.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's great video. And of course, I'm glad that we have it. Let's finish with this. Any comments or feedback, whether it's just something crazy or silly or something from a fan or somebody that's been impacted saying, hey, you really helped me with my career. Any kind of feedback that you've received on YouTube that you can share with us?
Sure. I think one of the most rewarding things for me is the feedback. And it's not just, helping kids in America, but helping really players all over the world. And the power of the internet and YouTube is amazing. I talk with parents, with coaches, with kids from literally every part of the world. Pretty much every day I receive emails and different comments on our social media platforms. And so just being able to take a little bit of something that I learned, and I understand how hard this game is and how it can be frustrating at times because it is a game of failure, being able to give those players some hope and maybe just something small that helps them improve a little bit and get through the next game or the next practice. And so that really is what gets me motivated and keeps me doing what I'm doing.
Matt, you've been crushing it, and I've been calling these games for YouTube for years now and seeing you in the live chat with your commentary. Looking forward to seeing you during this game as well. And a pleasure speaking to you person to person for the first time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Hey, each week this season on our broadcast, we'll focus on a YouTube content creator featured in our live game commentary section. Today, our creator spotlight shines on Matt Antonelli, a member of the Red Sox faithful. Matt's channel features baseball tips, drills, and instructions for players of all ages. Search Antonelli Baseball on YouTube for more. Remember Matt from his San Diego Padres days? Padres getting ready to start a big 4-game series in Los Angeles tonight. And here on YouTube, the Astros off to a commanding start tonight on top of the Angels 6-0. Back with Jeff Plum, Mark Gubazon, Brett Dolan, Matt Vasgersian. And Alex Claudio will continue. They'll face Yuli Gurriel, Kyle Tucker, and Ledmus Diaz.